So guys, about 6 months ago, I showed you guys Direct Action, a large-scale combined arms co-op game mode for ARMA 3 that I'd been building for over a year at that point. And well, so much has changed since then. And today, I want to show you guys something brand new that I'm really proud of. It's called Direct Action World War II. So guys, this is BillyEatWorld again. Let's find out. Alright guys, how you going? Welcome to the video, and like I said, today we are taking a look at the biggest update for Direct Action so far, Direct Action World War II. But before we get into that though, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, well, like I said, Direct Action is a large-scale combined arms game mode playable in single-player or in co-op multiplayer for up to 12 players. Now basically the premise is your faction has got to retake control of the map. You've been pushed back to a main central base and you're surrounded by enemy camps that need to be neutralized. And it's a completely open world game mode. You can choose what order you want to complete those objectives in, and there's plenty of side missions and random encounters along the way as well. Now, if you're wondering what this feels like in-game, well, it's kind of like Far Cry. Your team starts out with pretty basic gear and vehicles, and as you progress, you unlock better stuff. And you can actually find and unlock allied factions located around the map as well, and in this update, you can even unlock enemy vehicles. Now, compared to most ARMA 3 dynamic missions, the reason Direct Action works so well is because it's pretty fast-paced, and it's super easy for just about anyone to jump into, even on public servers. And most importantly, like I said, you can play it in single player. If you don't have enough people to make up a full squad, you can recruit AI squad members to fill those gaps. Now, really the main thing that makes Direct Action different though is that it's designed from the ground up to be a platform for mods. The goal is to eventually support every popular faction mod on the Steam Workshop, and it's almost there. You can basically play as just about any nation you'd ever want to. There's even support now for Cold War factions and even for Operation Trebuchet, which, if you haven't heard of that, adds in assets from the Halo universe. And the beauty of all of this is it's designed to work from the one mission file. All you've got to do is just reconfigure your mod setup and it'll click over into a completely different mode. Now, obviously, in this update, Direct Action is getting support for World War II mods, and well, as you can imagine, that's created a ton of new challenges from a design point of view. Because I didn't just want to add in those new assets, it's really important for me that each new mod set feels balanced. And well, obviously World War II stuff doesn't really balance the same way as the 2035 era vanilla assets. Not just that, but as an example, obviously helicopters weren't really widely used in World War II, so look, if there's mechanics based around helicopters, there's going to need to be some kind of substitute. And that's why this version of Direct Action is the biggest one yet. It's taken at least 3 months to put together because there's a ton of cool new systems that I've had to design to make the World War II theme work. Now, I should say that a lot of features from regular DA have translated over pretty well. Obviously, paratroopers were a thing in World War II, so paradrops are back in this one as well. But like I said, helicopters weren't really a thing back then, and they're one of the easiest ways to transport the outpost crates around, which, by the way, are DA's mobile spawn points. And so basically, we needed some kind of replacement for mobile spawn points. And I thought, well, Postscriptum does mobile spawn points with trucks, so why don't we do it with vehicles as well? And so in this update, like you can see here, you can actually set up a glider as a mobile spawn point. You jump in, load up your squad, and an AI-controlled plane will tug you over the target area. Now, not just that, but obviously landing craft were a big thing in World War II as well, and in this update, they'll also become mobile spawn points. And well, as you can see here, if you're gonna have landing craft, then why not have amphibious invasions as well? That's one of the brand new objectives that you're gonna find in Direct Action World War II. Now, the awesome thing is this new system isn't just limited to the World War II presets. I actually want to go back and add these vehicle mobile spawn points into some of, for example, the Vietnam maps. So hopefully in the next few weeks or months, you'll be able to cruise down the river on Vietnam using your PT boat as a mobile base as well. It's just a completely new way to approach objectives, and it makes the mode feel completely different. Now, so far, you're probably starting to wonder about some of the maps that are getting added in Direct Action World War II. And, well, it's going to be compatible with a mix of historical and non-historical maps, which, once again, was a bit of a challenge to figure out. You've already seen a quick clip of the Omaha beach map. That's completely new for this update. And what you can see here is another new map called Henderson Airfield. And not just that, but it's also going to be compatible with Livonia, Chernarus 2020, and also with Anizay. So that covers the European woodland themes and also the North African theme as well. Now, as far as historical accuracy goes, well, it's an open world game mode, right? So obviously I don't want to make it too accurate. I want the player to kind of dictate their own alternate history. But with the two actual real world maps, Omaha and Henderson, I did do a lot of research to try and get the objectives right, and you will start the campaign in a historical way with a beach landing. Just bear in mind, though, that there are a lot of things that can't be 100% accurate because of the way that ARMA 3 works. And obviously for the non-World War II maps, they aren't real places, so I haven't tried to make them accurate. Just think of them as a big ARMA 3 sandbox that's happening in some kind of alternate World War II universe. Now, also, just to be clear, these 5 maps are absolutely not the final maps that are going to be compatible with Direct Action World War II. One of the other new features that I've added behind the scenes is a new system that can find and hide non-World War II assets. So theoretically, it is possible to make most ARMA 3 maps look like they're in the World War II era. Also, the main mods that are currently providing nearly all of the assets in this game mode are IFA 3, Faces of War, and CSA 38. And if you know those mods at all, well, you'd know that they add a lot more really good historical maps. So eventually I'd like to expand out and add support for some of those ones as well. Now, speaking of mods, another new system that I've added is a nice, neat little way to detect specific weapons running in mod packs and to sub them in for the default weapons. And as you can see here, the Tommy gun that I'm actually playing with is actually the Tommy gun from the new Prairie Fire update. It's replacing the default Tommy gun from the IFA 3 mod. Now, once again, this system isn't just for the World War II presets. Eventually, I'm going to be able to use this to add plug-in support for just about any weapon pack on the workshop. So if you're a fan of SMA or NI arms, well, look out for support for these mods coming really soon. It's a lot easier for me to add that now. I'm really looking forward to getting around to that. Now, finally, just before we finish up, I just want to take a bit of time to talk about the different factions, because obviously a lot of World War II games choose to focus on 1 or 2 factions, particularly at launch. But obviously, that's not in the spirit of Direct Action. We're trying to support everything here. So in this one, there's literally dozens of different factions that you can play and fight against. If you've never played DA before, well, basically you start out as one main faction, and like I said, you can go around and unlock allied factions to access their gear. And if you bring back enemies' gear to your arsenal, you can actually unlock that as well. So basically, the more you play, the more of that stuff that you're going to unlock. Now, another little change I should mention is that when you call in paradrop reinforcements, it actually drops in proper airborne troops now. And on the other hand, the enemy will also get their own airborne paradrops, which are a little bit tougher than regular troops to fight. Once again, there's still a lot more room to expand on World War II factions as well. I'm really hoping in a future update to do something with the Finland versus Soviet Winter War. So as always, stay tuned to this channel because I'll have some info hopefully on that very soon. I'm not exactly sure when and what's going to be coming, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I've figured that out. But anyway, just before we go, if you do want to try out Direct Action World War II for yourself, what do you actually need to do to get it set up? Well, firstly, you've got to head over to the link down below and download one or all of the supported World War II maps on the Steam Workshop completely free. Now, except if you want to play on Livonia, you won't need any DLC at all to play these maps, but you will need to download the Direct Action World War II mod preset. So look out for the link to that in the description down below. And if you happen to own Prairie Fire, you'll actually be able to grab a preset specifically made that includes that. And that'll add in, like I said, a bunch more high quality weapons. Most importantly, and here's the big one, just remember that Direct Action is still and always is a work in progress. And look, I'm just one guy, and I do other stuff as well, like make these videos. So there will be bugs. So please, if you find anything you want to report, or even if you've just got suggestions, hit me up on my Discord link down below, because I really need that feedback. And lastly, I'm going to be doing a live stream for Direct Action World War II sometime this week if you want to catch that. So once again, I'll leave all the links to that down below. And if you want to jump in and play with this, you probably can if you get in early. Please join us on the Discord, hit me up, and we'll see if we can fit you in. Can't promise anything, but if you get in quick, you might just get lucky. But anyway, guys, that just about wraps up this quick video. So as always, please let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And just remember that I can't possibly cover every single detail, even when it's my own game mode. So if you think I've missed anything, leave it down below so that other people can take a look. As always, though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please feel free to check out the links in the description if you want to see any more of these videos. And also don't forget, you can find my Twitter and Discord links down there as well if you want to keep in touch. And as always, until next time, see you later and have a good one.